So here we are on Monifeith Road in Broughty Ferry, part of Dundee in eastern Scotland, and what we can see is during this very heavy rainstorm, a June rainstorm, intense summer downpour, we've got a lot of surface water, so runoff from the hard surfaces that's coming down the road. And although the rain's not been on for, days on end, perhaps just a few hours, it's causing flooding already in parts of the catchment. So here we are at one of the rain gardens that's been put in adjacent to the road. We're just going to have a look at how well it's functioning. So we can see that the water's running on and into the rain garden here at the top. But not all of it's going in at the top here. Some of it's going round and down and is actually entering the rain garden where we've got some lowered curbs like this one here. So you can see that some of the rain sort of kicks out and goes onto the road, but continues down the curb, and at the dropped curb locations where it's designed to come into the rain garden, that's exactly what's happening. So the rain garden is taking a lot of the runoff from the road. Not only is it taking it as surface runoff, it's actually catching it in the vegetation as well. So those droplets on the vegetation are also slowing the flow. So by vegetating our streets and our cities, we slow the flow and we reduce the amount of rainfall that gets into our sewers as quickly. And that helps us for lots of reasons. It helps us with biodiversity, it helps us to slow the flow and reduce flooding, and it helps us to reduce those combined sewer overflows that happen when too much water gets into the sewer too quickly. And when that happens, it means that we're not able to properly treat the wastewater that we want to be treating. Now here on Monifeith Road, we've got quite a good angle on the pavement here. So there's a lot of flow coming down the street, and the rain garden's really doing its job. So between these two rain gardens here, keeping the pavement relatively dry, keeping the road relatively dry, and those combined with new drains and the raised curb here to create more of a pedestrian zone on Panmure Street, we're seeing now that there's no rainfall that's landing on Monifeith Road, this long stretch, this long hill. There's none of that rainfall that's landing on Monifeith Road that's actually then turning here to the left and going down Panmure Street. And that's important because there's a pedestrian underpass at the end of this street which is underneath the railway, and that often would flood, and this road was contributing to that flooded access point. So there's multiple gains from the rain gardens here. We've got slower, more pedestrian friendly traffic in this area. We've got slower flow as it comes to the bottom of Monifeith Road. We've got biodiversity with these plants providing loads of interest for the pollinators and insects over recent weeks, and they'll continue to do so. And it's also creating a barrier between people and the traffic. So not only are we less likely to be breathing in the fumes, there's a physical, biological barrier there which is helping to protect us both from splashing and from exhaust fumes, and providing us with a view of nature which we know is really good for us. And there's lots of diversity in the structure and the species that have been planted here. So these are rain gardens in action in Dundee.